What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you another Smackdown live review today. I was doing the Raw review yesterday, but unfortunately, thanks to technical difficulties, I was not able to complete it or do it. So I apologize for that. So just real quick, I want to say that Raw to me yesterday was a 6 out of 10. Or I'm sorry, Monday was a 6 out of 10. I just didn't think it was that good of a show, especially for a show that's the last one right before a pay-per-view. So it was a 6 out of 10. Not a lot of highlights, but I do want to say that every person that lost a match on Monday Night Raw, I'll give you right now that they will be winning their matches on Sunday. That includes the New Day. That includes Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. That includes the New Day. I think I said the New Day. That includes Brian Kendricks. That's right. I think he'll beat TJ Perkins for the title this time. I just feel it. So, with that being said, let me just go ahead and get straight into the video for SmackDown Live. So, it starts off with Kane versus Bray Wyatt in a no disqualification match. And it was okay for what it was. Pretty much everything on the list today is a C, so I just want to bear that in mind. SmackDown did not blow me away, but maybe by the end of the video, I'll be able to tell you whether or not I believe if it was better than Raw. All right, sorry, excuse me. So anyway, so Bray and Kane were having a DQ match. Kane was about to chokeslam Bray through the announce table till Luke Harper comes out. So Luke Harper has Bray's back, and then Randy Orton comes out a little while later, and it looks like it's about to be a 2-on-1 situation. Randy Orton and Kane against Bray Wyatt, until out of nowhere, Randy Orton hits Kane with the RKO. And it's so funny because I have a knack for these things, man. Because I said, wouldn't it be funny right now? I said, if Randy just RKOs just Kane, and that's exactly what happened. And I was like, bro, I just caught that. I caught that. I have a knack for these things. Like, I just know. That's how much I love WWE, okay? Because I just know these things are going to happen. I just have a feeling. When I said it would be cool if Triple H turned to Seth Rollins, that's what he did. When I said it'd be cool for Randy Orton to RKO Kane, that's what he did. And then when he said after, he said, in an interview, he said, if you can't beat him, join him. And I'm thinking, Randy Orton and the Wyatt family doesn't make any sense. Especially if they're trying to replace Eric Rowan with him. But I said, you know what? Maybe what they're doing is pulling a Daniel Bryan. Because if you remember a few years ago, Bray Wyatt was beating Daniel Bryan senseless until he joined the Wyatt family. And Daniel Bryan was like, you know what? I'm joined. And he joined for like, I think just one episode of Raw. And people were like, no. It was just so horrible to see Daniel Bryan join the Wyatts. And then remember when they had the steel cage match and they were in there by themselves, Daniel Bryan turned on Bray Wyatt and he beat him down and inside the steel cage. So what I'm saying is they might be pulling that with Randy, or he could be legitimate heel. I didn't feel any heat. Like, I'm not feeling, oh man, he about to turn heel. I feel like they're pulling a Daniel Bryan, and Randy's just doing this to get close to Bray so he can get him then. So, if I'm right, you know where to come for wrestling news. But anyway, all that was a C, though. So next, we have Becky Lynch returning, talking about her injury. I still don't know what it is she sustained, but all we know is that she got rushed to the hospital that night, and, excuse me, and that, she had surgery, I think. And so, her and Becky had some words. Really looking forward to the match in 2 weeks. And then they had it to a brawl, and Alexa Bliss won and spray painted her back because it's so personal now. Again, C. Not good, not bad, just a C. Next, we had the Hype Bros taking on the Ascension. Apparently, I knew Rojo Mata used to play football, but I didn't know he was a Green Bay Packer. So for them to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin, obviously it was good for him, and I didn't think he would actually lose. So he didn't. Although superstars have been known to lose in their hometowns before, or someplace that's special to them, I guess, rather. And so the Hype Bros ended up winning the match, so they qualified for the Survivor Series Extreme Rules. I don't know how many teams are coming off each shows, but I heard a rumor that, I don't know if it's true, but if it is, I think it's a great idea, that the winner of the 5-on-5 Survivor Series traditional match between Raw and SmackDown, I heard that the winner of that match, or the brand that wins, gets 3 superstars, 3 picks from the show to come to their show. So, example, if Raw wins, Raw gets 3 SmackDown superstars. I think what should happen is Raw should beat, Raw's women's division should beat SmackDown's division. The tag team division of Raw should beat the tag team division of SmackDown. So it makes it look like, oh my God, we're losing. It just can't be. And then when you think that all hope is lost, they win SmackDown Live wins the most important match of all, which is winning the 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match and getting 3 Raw superstars to come over from Raw to SmackDown. Who should I think? One is Cesaro. I think Cesaro coming to SmackDown would be good for him. I think because it just needs to work out because, I mean, yeah, the thing with him and Sheamus is kind of working out, I guess, a little bit, but I don't know. Matter of fact, come back to me on that. I don't know who I want to come from Raw to SmackDown, but I am definitely rooting for SmackDown Live, and I think that would be a great storyline, really. So, let's move on. Speaking of the Survivor Series women's qualifying match, Nikki and Natalya were fighting to be team captains, which kind of didn't make any sense considering you would think you'd want your champion to be the captain of the team because, well, she's the champion of the division. But, nah. So, they had an okay match, and Nikki Bella won using the STF. Obviously, she learned it from John Cena because that's her boo. And then after the match, what's the name? Carmella attacked her. And it'll be interesting to see, like, they said on commentary, if Nikki and Carmella are on the same... Oh my God, excuse me. If Nikki and Carmella are on the same team, will they be able to coexist? Which again falls into the whole of Raw beating SmackDown Live's women and tag team division. So that way it sets up for SmackDown Live's biggest win, the win that counts the most for getting the draft picks or getting the picks from SmackDown or Raw. Next, we had Slater and Rhino take on the Spirit Squad. And for the Tag Team Championships, again, it's like the thing with WWE is, and I think Rhino and Slater have lost a little bit of their heat or fan base, because the thing with WWE is they have this amazing story build up, and when it finally pays off, you're like, yeah, can you imagine what they're going to be like now? And then they just kind of drop them off in the wind. And I'm just like, bro, we went through all that, all the weeks, all the months of him going through what he went through. Just to go through that? Just for them to not be one of the main important things? But anyway, they had a tag team match against Spirit Squad, which they were successful in defending, and so they are still your tag team champions. So I was really shocked. I was like, okay, maybe this is legit reign, maybe. Okay, we'll see. I'm liking this. I'm liking it. I really thought when they were going to win that they were going to lose to the Usos, but they managed to retain against them and then retain against the Spirit Squad. So I'm really liking this, their reign. Let's hope it goes longer, but still a see. And then finally, we had Dean Ambrose with James Ellsworth in his corner versus AJ Styles. And if Dean wins, he gets to become the #1 contender for the title. AJ Styles' plan, he kept messing with James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth finally had enough. The match itself was great. It was a great match. But like I said, AJ kept messing with and kept hitting and doing stuff to James Ellsworth. And James couldn't had enough. And he super kicked AJ Styles. But he super kicked him right in front of the ref. And the ref was just like, bro, what the heck? And Dean was like, no, please don't. He was begging the ref no. And the crowd was like, yo, what the heck? And the lounge was like, what the heck? He just kicked him in front of the ref. We'd understand if he was behind the ref's back, but he did it in front of the ref. And Dean's like, please don't do it, please. He's like, nope. Ding, ding, ding. And you know what? AJ's plan, that was a smart plan on AJ's part, and AJ won by disqualification, meaning Dean lost, which means he is not the #1 contender. So I found that very interesting. I found it, you know what? I wouldn't blame, and they were booing, but I wouldn't blame Dean Ambrose if James Ellsworth came in and he was like, dude, I'm so sorry, and he gave him dirty deeds. I would not blame him at all. Because I'm like, bro, you just cost me a title opportunity. What the heck? I would not blame him at all. So the crowd can't boo him for that. If this dude took away your opportunity for something, I'd take him down too. In a heartbeat. But, yeah, and that's how SmackDown Live ended. So what was better, Raw or SmackDown? I don't want to say SmackDown was that much better than Raw. I said Raw was a 6 out of 10. I'm going to have to give SmackDown Live 6.5 out of 10, which means by default SmackDown Live wins this week. I thought it was a better show, but I just not by that much. But nothing besides the main event I think was really interesting about Raw. I mean, SmackDown Live, and like I said, Raw was just I just didn't feel it. So tomorrow, look for my pay-per-view review for Hell in a Cell, because Friday I'm going to be really busy. I'm just not going to have the time to do it. So, excuse me, look forward to that. And then later on today, I will be doing my Eagles versus Cowboys prediction video. I've been waiting to make this video for a long time, and you guys know how I feel. So I'll catch you in the next video. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.